Hi, hey, and all those other greetings, Spade Adventurers. Welcome back to another episode of Animal Crossing Pocket Camp with me, Jake Spins from Spade Gals Productions, Game Boxing Channel, as well as Spade Gals Original with Gullah Cyclones, Quincor, Floral Lion Vlogs. So we are going to be doing some Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. Honestly, I'm a little bit tired because this whole entire week I've been going to bed very late, and even though it's like 7 p.m., I ended up almost falling asleep while watching Pikmin 2 just because I'm so tired, and because, so I had a break in between, but for Thursday I had a friend over, and then today I had somebody over, and, I don't actually know, but I would more so classify myself as an introvert. So it's kind of a little bit like, even though I didn't do really anything today except for a little bit, I feel kind of exhausted and a little drained. But hopefully, doing all of this won't be a problem. And it's kind of weird, like the whole introvert-extrovert thing. Like, it's not a bad thing. It's just a weird thing, because it does kind of make sense that making sure that your brain is up to the par of being able to make conversation and all that kind of stuff would actually kind of tire you out, because we also played a strategy game as well. So, in a sense that does make sense, but at the same time, like, the extrovert thing of getting more energy when you're with people, like, also in a way makes sense, because then everybody else has energy, but also it doesn't at the same time. It's a weird thing. Anyway, though, the bug event, I don't know if you guys remember, but there was this whole bug event that there was Horn Dynastid, where you would catch them, and then there was a thing they posted, if you got 3 million throughout every single person who played, they would give you 50 leaf tickets, and it was made. Now, I caught about 50 of these Horned Dynastid, and I'd say I'm pretty happy. I honestly didn't think we were gonna be very far, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna at least do my part. Like, past the few that I have, because if everybody did the limit, we wouldn't have gotten to 3 million. We would have probably been in the millions, but definitely not 3 million. So I'm glad to see that even though I did put in more effort than I really needed to, that it was actually worth it, because my numbers are in there too. And the other nice thing is 50 leaf tickets. Like, that's a free 50 leaf tickets that it just gives you, and it's great, because if you at least it's supposed to. Where the heck are my 50 leaf tickets? I feel offended. I'm a little confused. There's also a Brewster Garden event. I started it yesterday, so that's why we didn't get a notification. So I do apologize. Let's see. What does it say? Okay. September 3rd. See, I don't understand why you would just do that. Like, why would you start at September 3rd but give us a result today? I don't like that. That's stupid. And very frustrating. Anyway, though, let's lend a hand, and then we'll go into this over here. I caught one of the flowers, but I don't actually know what these look like. So it is technically still a blind thing. It's kind of weird. They're kind of like they have like a very bubblegum shape. Not like the chew stick ones. The round ones. The what are they called? Drawing a blank. But like the ball shape. And then you put it in your mouth, and it was like a very hard candy, but it was bubblegum. I just don't know what it's called. And it's even got like the pink stuff. And maybe it'll use it. No, Bumble Drop. Well, hey, there's Mina given some more help there. So thank you. The amount of times I've said her username, because I don't know if Mina's an actual name. Oh my god, that's so nice. Oh my god. Thank you for making that UI change. I hated looking through this and having to guess how many I got. So knowing just straight up at the top, you got 13 of the petite ones and 4 of the jelly. What is the difference? I mean, other than the color, like, why? That makes no sense, because petite is, like, describing weight. You know, petite is very thin, and then jelly, it's jelly. It's jam. Like, nobody's just like, you know what? I'm gonna put some petite on my toast. People say I'm gonna put some jelly on my toast. Nobody says you look jelly today. Like, no, like, you're not a jelly person. I guess if you're a jealous person, but, like, no, your body type isn't jelly. I don't understand why that bothers me. Only because it's stupid. And also, the whole factor of the color thing, like green flowers, they look nice. I mean, they look strange because it doesn't fit the art style of the game. So it just looks strange because it looks a little bit too high definition in a way. Which sounds weird. Like, it looks too good for the game. And that's basically what it sounds like I'm saying. But no, that's not what I mean. I just mean that the art style, like, it doesn't work as well with the art style, so that's kind of weird. Like, the blue ones work. But maybe it's just because we haven't seen many green flowers and there's the green stem. But I don't know, because there really haven't been any green flowers. And just in general, for Animal Crossing, I don't think there's really been too many. But I also saved these guys because these guys literally spawn in like that. So I'm not too worried about that. I can just plant those, and then the idea of showing that stuff off just instantly. And I also didn't want to catch anything. Should I just do... I mean, I bought like 100 of stuff. Maybe, you know what? I'll do all blues. And then those 5, instead of doing all blues, I'll replace them with the greens. Also, other than all of this stuff, I do actually have something else that I wanted to do. Along with the whole crazy event of the bug event, came a whole thing of you would get fortune cookies for catching the bugs, and we have a lot of fortune cookies from that. And just from, in general, buying. So I kept all of those fortune cookies, for all of y'all to see. I don't know why I said y'all. I use it in text messages a lot. I don't really say it that much, but, I mean, y'all's a good word. It's not... It doesn't really have any distinction in my family at all. And usually when people use words like y'all, it's because they're from a certain area, but also because they're... family would use it, and mine is really neither. So I don't really know where that whole entire thing came from. I also almost used the Zinnis, I think is what it was called, because I saw it was green, and I was like, oh, from the last event, and I almost used it, but I realized, like, hey, that's ridiculous. Also, we don't need to worry about flower trade right now, and I'll worry about helping out Mina after the episode, because that's going to be better. Now, I don't know if I'm going to change the denim outfit, because I actually do really like the look of it, which I don't really care too much about denim in general, which, I mean, I'm not worried that's going to make anybody upset. But we'll see what we get from this. But you can see, look at this. Look at how many cookies. And yes, we are even opening these ones. And we're going to go all the way from top to bottom. And I know they don't run out. That's why I saved them. I saved them for all of you guys to see, because you guys don't get to see when I do this. And it's great. And what is that? That is a basic trash can. I've legitimately never seen a wooden trash can. Like, it's so tiny. Can I just put pencils in there? Or is it actually bigger than it looks? Because honestly, it looks like I should be storing pencils in that thing. It looks nice, just not as a trash can. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, great execution, but a, like, bad idea, I think is what it is. And it's just, it looks nice, but not as a trash can. Oh boy. Because also you put the bag in there anyway. And I mean, realistically, the bag on there. Do you guys use a bag for your trash can? I know the one in my room technically doesn't have a bag, but I don't use it that often. And then the ones down here, they do use a bag because they would have food and all that other stuff in it, because it's by the kitchen and it's in the bathroom. So then you'd have to go out and you'd have to grab the bag, put it in the giant can. I don't know if you guys have this problem, but maybe a year or two ago, like a few years ago, the city changed how they did the trash cans. And the way they did it is they gave you these like bulk trash cans, and it was a trash can and a recycling bin. They gave a blue and a green one. So instinctively you'd think blue is recycle, green is trash, because that's generally how society has put that, is that if you want to recycle, you put it in the blue can. That's just the color for it. And then green is slightly more associated with trash, at least from what I've seen. But what the city did, where I live, what they did was they flipped it and they had recycle be green, which in reality makes sense because green makes the world go round, and, you know, green is all over, and the environment and what you recycle for, but it's a dark green. So, even more making the feeling of trash. And then the blue one is the trash one. And it bothers me to no end because every single place that I've seen, it's that blue is recycle. Even the recycling logo is blue from what I know. And the only time I've ever seen an instance of a green recycling thing is this dumpster at the elementary schools. Because when I was in elementary, they had these big dumpsters, and you would put like paper and stuff in it. You'd put your newspapers in it and all that kind of stuff. And then this big truck would come and it would grab it. It was basically a recycling dumpster. And it's still there at all the schools and stuff. But like that's the only instance. So I don't understand why they did it. And I talked a lot about trash cans as I was opening cookies. I mean, Magenta's gonna have a sugar rush. Maybe be nauseous. Yesterday we went to this new ice cream place that also fundraised the schools. Not the store. There's a lot of stores. But it fundraised my high school, my previous high school. And we went there, you know, and figuring, okay, it's just going to be normal sizes. So I got 2 scoops. It was literally like, the ice cream itself was like this tall. And then like super wide and sticking out. And I didn't know they were going to do that. So I got this dinky cake cone. And I had to wrap a napkin around it. And it was crazy because it was dripping on. Okay, I was like, if I get a dress, I might actually change. And I might actually change now, because that's pretty cool. Watch us get, like, another dress from the party one, and then I'm going to be conflicted. This might just be our whole entire outfit setup for the whole entire day of this episode. But yeah, afterwards, though, at night, my dad called, and he asked, hey, does anybody want a Blizzard? And I was like, you know what? My day's been really cruddy. I'm not very happy with how it's been going, and there's just been some stupid Twitter stuff because I ended up deciding, you know what, I'm going to temporarily quit Twitter because I made a reply tweet, and then it just kind of spiraled, and basically there was just a bunch of people that were ragging on me for it, and it wasn't even anything bad, and I was so tired that I defended myself, as you usually do, not in like a bad way, not in a yelling way, but I defended myself, and then people were, you know, being people on the internet. And that's never, you know, that's not that to say that being somebody on the internet is always a bad thing. It's saying that there's kind of this standard that if you're on the internet, it doesn't matter who you are, nobody's seeing your face, and they don't care about how you think or how you feel. They just care about being the cool one to get the most likes and whatever. So then they just start ragging on you for even the littlest of stuff, and then it just gets stupid and out of hand. And I was at a very tired, vulnerable, emotional state during that point of the day, and I was just like, I don't want this anymore. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I'm done. I'm so tired of people liking the stuff that makes me look stupid and making me feel stupid when I don't want that. I want to think of myself in a better light, and this isn't helping. Oh, that's really cool, the Stardust fence. I know this is a very serious topic, and I'm sorry for that. But basically what I did was I just said, you know what? If there's any Sonic news or any other news, I'm going to eventually hear about it. I'm subscribed to their YouTubes, and I pretty much follow, I have the bell rung for Sega's tweets, so if they tweet anything, then I'll know about it. But I was like, you know what, I'm just going to let this blow over. And maybe after like only one day, it's kind of nice because usually I just sit and I scroll on Twitter. But now I'm not doing that. And even though I like to keep myself busy as I'm watching stuff on YouTube and stuff, just so that, I feel a little more productive, even though scrolling Twitter is not productive. It's nice to not have it and not have to worry about it, even though I keep reaching for it. But then I'm realizing as I'm reaching for it, I don't want to do that. And I feel better about myself because I'm not constantly worried about what other people are saying. Because the people on Facebook are family and friends that I'm not worried about what they're going to say or anything like that, because I know they're going to be nice and they like me. And same for Instagram. And Twitter is generally my favorite out of all this stuff for some reason. But the problem is, it's people that I don't know how they're going to react. So even though I get an email that says, you have 50 notifications on Twitter, go and check it, I'm like, I already know what it is. I literally don't care. I don't want to deal with it. I'm just done. No thank you. It feels nice because I'm not worrying about who is saying what. And people that I don't know what to expect for them to say, I don't have to worry about that. And it might just seem like a cop-out or stupid or something like that. But it's the way that I feel. And if I'm going to be better to myself and healthier towards myself, I feel like even if it's one form of social media, if it is making me feel like toxic and stuff, I should just step away from it. And granted, I usually am very cheery during these episodes, and I use these episodes, even though they're not current towards the time, most of the times, I use these times to just put my thoughts out there and talk to you guys, and just, usually I try to be fun and happy and stuff. But it's one of those things where it's like, I just felt like I needed to talk about this, and this is just the best series to do that. So, hopefully you guys understand. I mean, by the time this goes up, I might be back on Twitter. And it's one of those things where it's like, the only thing I really would ever use it for is just getting news and stuff. And I was always just so worried, like, the only way to grow my YouTube is by Twitter. And you guys know I'm trying to make that change of, who cares? Who cares about the views? I'm going and I'm looking at the analytics, but I'm not actually clicking on those and looking at the specifics. So I'm slowly getting myself away from looking at there and being like, you need to beast amount on YouTube, because no matter what, I'm just going to feel cruddy about it. So that's just my thing. I want to be happier. And honestly, even though it's one day, I can honestly 100% say that I feel better about myself, and that I just don't, I'm not frustrated, and I'm not, as I said, I'm not scared about as much of what people are going to say, because for YouTube, I've been doing it for long enough to where there's a constant viewership, of certain viewers, and I'm not as worried because I feel like I know, like, I feel more comfortable around you guys because the people that are going to watch me are people that are going to be interested in the content that I do, or in me as myself, my personality and stuff. So, you know, that's really all I had on my mind. But I had it on my mind for just so long, even though it's only been a day and stuff. I wanted to get it off my chest. And even though you guys technically don't have any say of what I talk about in this video, you do have that power to click off or leave. So if you are still here and not complaining about me just rambling on about how frustrated I am and social media and the youth these days or whatever, then sincerely thank you, because you really didn't have to stick around and listen to that, especially when I usually try to make this more happy, cheery kind of thing. And also, once we're done with this, I think I might try to change outfits for Magenta, just because we got the dress. And I wanted to keep the denim one, but the dress, and also I kind of want to see her in this, like, adorable red dress, just because I feel like it would work with her aesthetic very well. And she uses a lot of skirts and stuff like that in winter. If we are still doing this during winter, I will probably try to put her in things that are a little more wintry. Because even though she does wear the stockings and the stockings/socks, I'll probably put her more so in something like pants. But I don't know. Are there really that many pants? Because, I mean, there's shorts in the game. But are there... I mean, there's gotta be pants, obviously. Because there's the guys and the girls that like to have pants. Yeah, there's the pants. So yeah, I can very easily do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to really quickly go and grab this stuff, the folktale dress. I mean, it doesn't look as nice as I thought it would, but it's not bad. It could be worse. Should I go... Ooh, whoa, that is super Mary Poppins. Why is that so Mary Poppins? It's strange. And I don't even really watch that much Mary Poppins. Well, I've maybe watched it once, but wow. The amount of Mary Poppins, oh my god, that is super, yeah. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is what I say to that. Because I'm telling you, like, that is the thing that immediately sticks out in my mind. And I'm trying to put shoes that actually make sense in my mind. And I liked the black on there. There we go. I just didn't want the hole in there. It doesn't completely fit. I might change that off screen. But I feel like it fits decently enough. And I've always wanted to use those straw socks. I never felt that they were really something that I could use either. So now that we're using them, I'm like, yes, thank you. I'm finally getting a use out of this. Oh my god. It's creepy how much it is. And that's weird for me to say, but it really, really is. We're also going to have to go to amenities, and I think... I mean, the smarter play for me to do is this right now. Eventually, I will have to make the tent and the stuff, and you guys know that I'm going to have to make some of that stuff off-screen. Like, I made the pipe park off-screen and stuff. Eventually, we'll change the campsite. There's not a giant Mary Poppins crossover for Animal Crossing, so it's not like I can go, like, full Animal Crossing. I would like to keep the park just because it's newer, but at the same time, the park is actually pretty... awful, and it looks very like fairgroundy, which makes it even better because this outfit, it has that kind of fair pizzazz to it as well. So we're keeping a nice theme here, very nice theme, until I decide to change it all, and people are gonna cry and be upset with me. Oh, I haven't really seen anybody manning the stands. I mean, they can actually go in front and use the stands, which I kind of ruined by putting the clothes there, and I'm sorry. But I wanted to make it look like people were in line and stuff. Also, the things that we have to do today. Let's see. I think, Bud? Yeah, we changed Bud. So, he's good. I think it was Flip who we didn't get rid of, right? It was Flip? Yeah, because everybody else is new here. So let's get rid of Flip. I'm sorry, Flip. It has to be done. And it has to be done right now, because this is the system that I set up. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do next episode, though. But we have so many people that I might just have to go to Bud and just kick out Bud. And eventually, once I get to that point where I have everybody that's cycled through, and that's going to take a long time, but once I do that, then I can put in the OG GCN or NGC Nintendo GameCube playthrough type stuff, and we'll be all good. So let's see. I mean, instantly, I see Fauna here, and Fauna's really cute. Fauna is adorable. I mean, she is definitely one that I'd probably get a plush of, if I did. But see, I don't know, because like a lot of the Animal Crossing characters that were in the town, or that I have a lot of connection with, like Eloise, Sandy, Pee-wee, I guess Mint's pretty cool. I mean, she betrayed me a few times. And was kind of a jerk to me a few times, but I still like Mint, even if she's hurt me in the past. I still like her. And then there's the mouse that we would always call Grandma, because she, in the GameCube one, when we were little, she was in this like little corner, and then you'd go over and you would talk to her. And now that I think about it, when I was younger, I really should have asked my siblings if I could use their memory card, because there's 4 different towns, and my memory card only was the Animal Crossing one, so it could only store Animal Crossing data or everything else. So it would have probably been better to just use one of theirs and then join their town and help them. But at the same time, I don't know if they would have let me. And that seems a little harsh for judgment, but like, I just don't know. But when it's your thing, you're just like, but I want to progress. Like, since it's my thing, I want to be the one to progress this, and that, that makes sense. Also, we're gonna go to Tad. Of course, I don't actually know, because if I ask them now, they might be like, oh yeah, totally. But then back then, you don't know. You don't know after so many years. So it's hard to say. Why did I never use that coat on her? This coat right here. Why did I never use the plum coat? I think it's newer though, so I shouldn't be so harsh to myself. I mean, it looks weird, but it also looks nice. Like, the back looks weird, but the front looks nice. I mean, sure, it's part of the. Actually, it's a part of the denim thing, so I don't really want to do that. I wish the long-sleeved shirt thing would work. How does this look? That actually looks really nice on Tad. I wasn't actually paying attention if Tad was a boy or a girl or not. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's neat, actually. I figured it would be on the side, but the back of the head's actually really cool. Do you want sunshades? No, that makes you look very creepy. Alright, you know what? You actually look cool. Because it's kind of like a lily pad on the back of Tad's head. And also Tad's thing is blue, so that means boy, I think. Because if the color on the name is blue, it's boy. If it's pink, it's girl. And I think that's how that works. I might be wrong. Watch me be wrong. But that's what makes sense to me. But honestly, even though it's supposed to be a lotus hairpin for females, I think it looks nice. Well, let's just stop on that screen, because it's cool seeing. Oh shoot! God bless it. Well, you ain't seeing it anymore. Hang on a second. Come on. Come on back. Come on back. You're not gonna... There we go. Sorry about that. I dropped... Literally at the end of the episode, I dropped my iPod and it unplugged itself. Anyway, though, guys, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure to hit that like button. Shares out with everybody you know and love, brother, mother, sister, father, iguana. And, again, sorry about the serious talk this time, but I also didn't have water, so I couldn't be too crazy. And we've done a lot of this. So I figured you guys would also like the whole fortune cookie aspect of it, because we had a bunch of fortune cookies. Hopefully I can do that again. I'm not going to store up on fortune cookies, however. But, if it does happen to the point where another event like that happens, I'll save the fortune cookies and we'll do a nice fortune cookie eating gala. It'll be fun. Alright, guys. See you later. Keep your ties safe. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, you can go to the right of the screen to find more SGP videos, as well as some SGO videos, and to the left, you can find the subscription button for SGP and SGO. So, I'll see you guys later. Bye!